The growing concerns about the economy, with the stock market taking another steep plunge yesterday after the Federal Reserve raised interest rates in an effort to fight inflation. Business reporter Alexis Christoforous joins me now with more. Alexis, the S&P, which is reflected in most retirement accounts, is down 6% this week. So the question that I want to know is, should investors and beyond investors, should people who have 401ks out there be worried?
Well, certainly this is an ugly time, and there's no way to sugarcoat the fact that a lot of people are losing a lot of money right now. And if you have money in a 401k and you don't need to access that money anytime soon, then this is just really a distraction for you. And I know that that's hard to sort of take in, but if you don't need the money right now, when prices go down this much, you're actually able to buy more stock at a lower price. And in many times, you're able to really bargain hunt and get some more value out of your investment. So if you can stick with it, this can actually turn around in a few years and you can really reap the benefits.
There are rising concerns that we could be headed into a recession, and that's bad for any number of reasons, especially on top of what we've been dealing with. What are you watching for specifically? Well,
I think that, well, first of all, I just want to point out that we're actually higher today in the market. The first time we've seen that in a little while, but I would be very careful about reading too much into that. These little pops, I think, are going to happen. I think throughout the summer, what you're going to see in the stock market will be a lot of volatility as investors try to evaluate when a recession will happen and what that recession will look like. What will it mean for corporate profits? What will it mean for the average American? And what will it mean for all of us is that rates are now going up on credit cards, auto loans, mortgage rates. We saw mortgage rates hit their highest level since 2008 this week after the Federal Reserve raised rates to rein in inflation. So it's going to be a time where folks are just going to have to decide how they budget their money, what they're spending on, because we could be in for the next 12 to 18 months. It could be a really rough road.
Right, and everything that we just saw on the screen there is concerning enough, but layoffs increased a bit this week, and we know that when there are these yellow flags, at least people think we're heading into a recession, everybody tightens their belt, maybe businesses do too. How concerning is this right now?
We've talked about this being like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Right. If you really think it's going to be bad, then you start changing your behavior and it becomes bad. So this week we got a report on jobless claims. We get it every week, and it's the number of people applying for unemployment benefits. That number has been trending at historic lows for months. It ticked up a little bit, and I don't want to read too much into it, but I think what it tells us is it may be trending towards companies starting to tighten their belt, and we might start seeing a rise in layoffs in the coming months. But remember, this is the intention of the Federal Reserve, raising interest rates. They want to slow the economy. They want to inch the unemployment rate up just enough to start to bring inflation down.
I know, but if you're an average American and you're coming out of the pandemic and it has been a tough time for you, and then all these prices go up, and then the Fed says we're going to do this, it's so frustrating. You know how frustrating it is. Gas prices were on the rise even before the war, but President Biden has accused oil companies of worsening Americans' pain at the pump, saying that their profit margins are higher than ever before. How much of a responsibility do you think these companies bear?
Well, I think that at the end of the day, you know, they are out there making money. They are for-profit companies that trade on the stock exchange, and they also have a commitment to their stakeholders, to their profit holders. I think it's not fair to really point the finger at any one company, any one person. There are a confluence of things that are happening in the world right now that are pushing gas prices higher. I think the big oil companies is part of it, and I think that President Biden's going to have a really tough time telling publicly traded corporate America what to do with their profits.
Absolutely. This is a multi-pronged problem, but we heard him say the other day that, you know, one of the companies made more money than God. That doesn't seem
They do reap in a lot of profits.
They absolutely do, but that's the nature of their business.
That's right.
All right, Alexis, thanks as always for the conversation.
Sure.
Appreciate it.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.